So after we get this vaccine, I hear, what's the story? You can get the vaccine, but you still have to wear a mask?
Well, I think it's a question that you may know the answer to already. I think that we're doing masks not because we have scientific data that tells us that if you wear a mask, you won't get the disease. What we have physical data based on pore size of surgical and cotton masks and N95 masks that give us information that demonstrates that the pore size is far greater in size by approximately 50 times than a COVID-19 viral particle. So we have that information. Now, we do have some information that if you're wearing a surgical or cotton mask, that you may be able to reduce the viral load that might be transmitted from someone who is infectious. And it's possible from some of the data I've seen that we might get, in a robust situation, 30 to 50% reduction in viral load transmission. But and I would submit to you, does the 50% that isn't blocked matter? Is that enough of a viral load that that person could still have infected others? And the data I see is that in vulnerable people, a 50% transmission of the viral load would probably be more than enough for a vulnerable person to become infected, even in a situation where masks are being worn. And I think that's why we saw the Danish study with approximately 2%, whether you're wearing masks or not wearing masks, 2% getting the disease over a 30-day period. So I think that the mask question isn't really one that's being determined by sheer science and physics. I think it's also something about this is an emotional community at large kind of response where can't we all do this together because it's something we can do. We have to start talking about the Constitution. We have to start talking about things like, are we giving people the impression that masks are doing more than it is? And if we are, then are we causing a problem there? And another question that would come up is, if we're walking around all day with a mask holding the bacteria and pathogens that we may be breathing out, are we in a sense walking around breathing through a petri dish? I mean, those questions are legitimate questions, regardless of whether or not they offend your sensibilities. They still have the right to be asked.